Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video regarding the Man Up panel on the Steve Harvey show. Oh man. You know what? Check the link in the description box. It gives like a brief excerpt from that Man Up panel. Like, check it out, right? So I'm at the gym. I usually get there around the same time that the Steve Harvey show was on. And, I might watch that, or, the gym I work out at, it has, TVs you can watch while like you on like a exercise machine. And, I was getting on, doing my thing on the art trainer. And I looked up, as I'm programming everything, and I see Hurt Bay come across the screen. I was like, Hurt Bay? That Bama got those two on his show? So I said, okay, let me listen to this real quick, all right? And they were on there and, talking about what went on and all of that stuff. And, of course, they had two different stories. But then, Steve Harvey went to a break and he said, we're going to come back with a panel of men who have cheated. And I was like, okay, this should be interesting. And, it was the same old blasé. And then all the, the women, he said, made a joke to the women because they all having dirty looks and all of that stuff, right? I'm going to tell you what, it's the same old. Despite everything Steve Harvey's done, I've never really had an issue with him. I just see him as a capitalist, right? But that was some bullshit. And the whole concept of women, to me, look, I'm going to say it straight up. I don't give a fuck what any woman says. The concept of women getting mad at men cheating is the most hypocritical thing on the motherfucking planet. Yeah, I said it. It's the most hypocritical thing. Like, let's forget the other woman, okay? Let's forget about that. Which, to their credit on that panel, that was brought up like the best friend or something that cheats with the man. You know what? That's cool, right? But when I see these panels and it tries to put everything on the man, why is he a cheater? They trying to look at it scientifically. You know what? I was doing a seminar one time, right? And a woman was like, well, why do men cheat? I say the same reason women cheat. Oh, they got hot. I ain't give a fuck. Because we always see this stuff. It's always put on the man. And yeah, the men are cheating. And you know what? The problem is, how much are women cheating out here? I've yet to see a panel of women talking about they cheating and the men is nothing but men in the audience. Or something else I like to see? I like to see like a panel of men who've all been cheated on by women that, they vowed to love and care for and that they actually did love and care for. But, the woman cheated was, with some young boy or somebody or some player, something like that. And yeah, I'm getting a little heated over this because it's the same old bullshit. It's the same old bullshit. I mean, you know what? I would say this, man, I'm going to just tell you just from personal experience, the ease in which women cheat is scary. But then when that man cheat, they put it on him. Like these women, they'll cheat. They'll say, well, he wasn't paying me attention, or there's no passion or something. He left the toilet seat up. Yeah, I've heard that, yo. They got all these excuses and stuff, and the women like, oh, I was like, no, a woman need to call him on it and say, no, Skank, you cheated on a good man. Yeah, I said, I don't give a fuck who flagged this video. Shit, we got to call it. If you're going to call it on one side, you got to call it on both sides. Because like I say, these men out here, when they ain't cheating with other men. They cheating primarily with women. Hell, even some of the ones on who might be on DL or something, they still mess with other women. And see, let's forget that angle what the men are doing. No, I'm gonna put this on the women. I don't give a shit what y'all say. I don't really give a fuck. How many women out here have cheated who've had a good man and cheated on him for no other reason than they got bored? Or how many out here have like found some excuse to go out or do something with other men. There ain't multiple men too. It ain't even just one. And it's plenty of them. It's plenty of them. It goes across classes. So for all the women say that's just low class women, shut the fuck up. Because it's all over. I've been out here. Please, I've seen the lower class ones do it. I've seen the upper class ones, affluent ones do it. And shoot, some of them just tell me to this day, almost to the goddamn minute, women tell me how they rolling on some dude. Or tell me like, well, you know, I'm in love. I love him, but I'm not in love with him, and cheating on their man. But then we get on TV and stuff, and we hearing about, you know, what's wrong with us, and you know, how come you couldn't do right? Shoot, even in that Hurt Bay case, I mean, because I haven't really explored it, but I've heard a lot of rumblings that she was out there doing her thing too. Now, I hadn't cared, other than that one video, I hadn't cared enough to really explore it, but knowing women the way I do, she probably was. But you see, the women that sit back and be innocent and stuff while everything is on the man. And then even even when men do cheat, women ain't looking at, they try to say, well, it wasn't a woman's fault. Well, maybe, like women say, maybe there was no more spark on his part. You know, maybe she wasn't bringing the passion. You know, maybe she was emotionally distant. And people, they probably listening, they say, Ron, why are you so passionate about this? I'm going to tell you what, especially when I was young, and I've said it publicly, I was dirty macking. I ain't mind being like that side man, because I was like, shit. I didn't, you know, that was, you know, I just wanted the pussy. I didn't care. It was actually easier for her to have a man, because I didn't have to be bothered with her. I could always tell her, hey, go back to your man. But I would just see so much fucked up shit, and like it's, you know, that's one of the reasons why I even wrote the books I wrote, because I was seeing how women, like supposedly good women, like upstanding women, professionals, church-going women, were cheating on good men. And I mean, please. And that's just what I'm seeing personally. That's what I'm seeing personally, experiencing personally. Let's talk about I've had so many women tell me how they cheat. Because like I've said, I'm one of those people. I don't know what it is. Maybe I have that face. Women will tell me their deep, dark shit. That's because, let's just be real, I really am judging them. But I don't look like I'm judging them. I'm just going to be raw with that shit. Trust me. I'm making a judgment. Now, it ain't necessarily a bad judgment. I might just say, oh, okay. But trust me, I've formed an opinion. But people can't read me emotionally. They think they can, but they can't. I can look at you, and you can talk all the shit, and I'll just look there being passive. So they'll think, oh yeah, he cool with it. Now it's like, no, I just learned to let y'all talk. And I mean, like I say, to this minute, women tell me how they getting down, or how they ready to step out on their husband, or what they're doing, and they be like, well, I got needs. Well, shit, you want to know why a man cheat? He got needs too. Shit, that's easy. But I mean, and some of the stories I heard, not just what I experienced and what women have told me, but just some of the stories. I remember one story, right? This dude said, you know, he was hanging out with his boy, went to his boy's house, right? You know, they go in there. Dude's woman, she getting pounded by this dude. And the dude pounding her just looked back at the two of them talking about, my bad. It's like, what? And you get stuff like that. Come on now. It's like, women, look, don't put me in front of an audience full of women getting indignant, because I will start a fucking riot in there, because shoot. Like, a lot of people know me. They say, Ron, you just very calm, cool, and collected. Oh, no, something like that, I get off on, because I can't stand. If you going to do something, just don't be a hypocrite about it. Like, if a woman just tell me straight up, you know, she can just say straight up, you know, I get down like this, and she's willing to say that publicly, I respect her. I actually got more respect for like hoes. And like a woman who knows she a hoe, she down with it. That's how she get down. She tell you. I mean, I've actually done seminars like recent. Like, I ain't just stopped doing seminars. I said I kind of slowed down, but I ain't stopped totally, right? Recent, where women just said how she was getting down. And I was just like, okay. Yeah, I made a judgment. Like, it wasn't a bad judgment. I just judged as being honest. But nah, I'll go off because it really is just hypocritical. And it's like you constantly jumping on the men, but you doing your shit. It's the ultimate deflection. You know, point out that other person's thing, and nobody's looking at you. But yeah, we're looking at you, baby. We see it. Because and that's something. You know what? I'm to the point. I'm like, you know what? I really, and it'll be later on, maybe in the summer or in the fall or something. Probably in the fall, because people don't want to do shit in the summer. Just get some men. Just put a call out for some men. It's like, look, dude, have you been cheated on? Dude, have you came home early, doubled back one day, and found somebody up in your place? But then somebody tell me that, I was like, dude, how'd you keep from killing him? Shit, some of them might have to interview from prison, because that's a common thing. And if women want to talk shit about, like, oh, we don't do that, I'm going to say 2 words: paternity fraud. So let's just be real with it. Just the very nature of it means a woman's cheating on a guy. So if paternity's in question, which it is 30% of the time, or 30% of the time rather, it turns out the man is not the father. Bitch, you cheated. And there's no excuse for it. Because now you got a life involved. And, you know, like I said, I just had to get this. This wasn't even a regularly scheduled podcast, because I usually organize my shit I usually have an idea what I'm going to do a few days before I actually do it. But, you know, that messed up my workout. I was so pissed off. Well, it kept me on the art trainer a little bit longer just to watch it, you know. So, you know, got my cardio in at least. But damn, you know, you always get this man up panel. And like, here's a problem I have even with that man up concept though. Yeah, I'm going off on a tangent, but shit. Let me just get it out. That way I can get back to my regularly scheduled videos. It's always like men have to exercise the control. Men have to do this. Men have to like be the ones to be on the higher plane. You know? While that woman going out getting a train run on her. And then try to justify it. Just like, nah, boo-boo. Nah. We not going for that shit. It's some bullshit, okay? You know? It's like, man up. Well, they already manned up. That wasn't enough, was it? You know? I want to hear some women tell a group of men who've been cheated on, who took care of all their responsibilities, who were probably raising some other man's child, to man up. Baby girls, y'all would get y'all feelings hurt. You know, you might have to have some like armed police to hold these dudes back. And the fucked up thing is, this ain't just a black thing. Because, I mean, I've been told some stories about paternity fraud and women cheating from white guys. Plenty of them, older ones too. So, it's, you know what? Yeah, this kind of a rant. But I had to get that out. It's like, it's pure fuckery. It's just pure motherfucking fuckery. It's like, you know, many women claim to want a solution to relationship problems. They claim to. Well, if you really want a solution, it takes 2. And if you calling out to be, don't ask men to be right and you're not. Because if you want that to, if y'all, look, hold up, I'm going to put this fucking shit out there. I'm going to put this shit out there. If y'all want men to really man up, y'all want to be, you know, y'all want to act like little girls and don't take any accountability or responsibility. Every woman who don't want to take a responsibility for or accountability for how women are cheating on decent men or good men, if y'all don't want to do that, this is a message specifically for the women. If y'all don't want to do that, renounce feminism right now. Renounce that independent shit. Quit your job. Find that man who got some money or enough money or a willingness to take care of you. You need to get in there and you need to get your ass, take the shoes off, be barefoot in the kitchen. Yeah, I said it. Because you can't have both. You can't be like some strong independent woman and then not take accountability for shit. And like I said, I don't give a fuck who get mad, because that's how it work. You can't have your cake and eat it too. And and in fact, even in that that segment, somebody said that about men wanting to have their cake and eat it too. The hypocrisy. If I was there, like in an audience or something like that, they'd have to escort my ass out of there. That'd be like some money, because they'd probably cut it from the show. That'd be like one of those things they gotta leak out or something. They'd be like, yeah, people be on YouTube and stuff like, man, Uncle Rom done went off. But I would, man. I can't stand that shit. I cannot stand that shit. Now, if somebody go up there and they talk about just cheating, and like both sides need to stop doing that shit, and they're gonna be fair and say, look, everybody doing it. You know what? I'm down with that. And that's it. Seriously, if somebody say, you know what, we need to stop that, which I could agree with personally, but I'm gonna say both sides. And I know there's plenty of men, they'll say, you know what, men don't need to be cheating. Okay, and that's fair, and they calling the men on it. But you know what? It takes two to tango, so women don't need to be doing it either. And then when we have these panels, the shit gotta stop being one-sided. Now, if someone like Steve Harvey wants to be balanced, he need to do a woman up panel. But he ain't gonna do that. He got paid for that. He got paid for his his former mistress, who's now his wife. I wonder who cheated. So anyway, that's it. That's it for today. I'll be back with y'all with my regularly scheduled stuff. Peace.